So while the weather holds out just a little bit, I'm going to try and get some of these decals on. This is how one of the sheet looks. So from what I can tell, I need to cut this along here and up this way, and then this section goes on one side of the van, that section goes on another, and that bit goes on to one of these. So that's what I'm going to do now. I didn't video putting the decals on. It was actually a really tricky job, and as you can see, we've still got the makeshift shelter to keep the rain off, but actually I was really pleased with the end result. It was pretty stressful, and I'm hoping that the next side, now that I've kind of got a technique down, would be so much easier. So let's talk consumer units. I originally had a kit which is usual for any kind of conversion, camper van, motorhome, that type of thing. Let me show you. Comes with a consumer unit. The inside has a 25 amp RCD, which is this one here. Oh, sorry, there we go. And then it has some MCBs, B10 and B6. So this is a 10 amp and this is a 6 amp. And basically with these, you're wiring in your circuitry for your electrics into these two. And then this is the main switch, your main hookup electricity is going to be hooked up to. Now, what that means is that everything is just running off of 2 circuits. I didn't really want that. So we went and bought a new consumer unit today. I've already taken the lid off, just so that you can see. When I say the lid, I mean the cover. So this one actually has a 63 amp, which on the research that I've done is still fine. So a 63 amp, and then it comes with a B40, which is 40 amps, a B32, which is 32 amps, a 16, and also a 6. Now, if we were wiring our lights into the 240 electricity, then I would probably keep the B6. However, we're not. And the B40 is higher than we need. I will keep the B32 as a backup, as I'm not quite sure what I need for the Truma combi boiler. But I'm going to take these three, I'm going to take this one, and this one out. I'm going to swap them for some new MCBs that we also bought, which is these ones, which are all 16s. So if you're doing something similar, I just wanted to show you, it's super simple to take these out. There's little clips here, so all you do is push them out. You see that comes out. So that's the 40, the 32. I'm going to clip that one out. I'm going to keep the 16 in, and I'm going to take out the 6. Then all you're doing is lifting it out like so. And then what you can do, to put it in the right way around, is then put in your 16 and just clip that into place. Oh, I've got to undo it, sorry. Hang on, there we go. I just need to undo that, and then I can clip that in. So let me do those, and then I can show you. Okay, so just put those in, and then all you're going to do is, again, just clip those back into place. And then they're in there nice and secure. And of course, this is where all of your wire is going to go, but I can show you that in just a minute. Look, it must be Christmas. So here's our Amazon delivery that's just turned up, which is empty now. All the different things that we have ordered for the van, both Mark and myself actually. So happy delivery day. So with changing the consumer unit that we have, I also need to make one other change. Now, I showed you that I wired up a plug socket. This one is wired. This is going on the 240. Oh, sorry, Roo. Sorry, Roo. I just knocked that on him. So this is going to the 240 system. I just keep knocking it on him. He's not impressed. He's walking off now. Ugh. And I can't do this one-handed. Right, there we go. So this is wired up for the 240 system. Thing is, this is a 1.5 wire. So that means that the circumference is 1.5. That would be fine if I was then putting that into one of the MCBs. That wouldn't be a problem. but we now need to put them on a ring system, which means that we are putting in a circuit, a couple of sockets together. In fact, I'm probably going to put 3. And because of that, it means I need to change the wire. So somewhere around here, Mark went and picked up a 2.5mm 3-core wire. So it's the same as this. It's just 2.5 instead of 1.5. So I'm going to undo this and I'm going to wire that in. And then that's going to be wired into a second socket. Let me show you. So this is currently the 1.5, and that's gone all the way over from there, up the conduit, along the van, along this way, and then come out here, and then that would be going down to the consumer unit, which is going to be placed here. Now I'm going to swap this one out for a 2.5, and it will come all the way to here. And then this one is going to get plugged in to a double socket, which is going here in the kitchen. Let me just show you. And that would be this one here. So that will all get wired into this side. And then this side will be another set of wires. So all the lives will go in here. I can't tell you if that's the live. Yeah, so all the lives will go into here, all the neutrals will go into here, one of the earths will go in here, and one of the earths will come out of this one, which is the secondary one. And then these will come down, and then it may come down to a third socket down here, of which case then I'd have 3 in here, 3 in here, and then 3 earths. I need to see. And then this will all be on one circuit, which will then go to the consumer unit here. So that's why I'm going to swap this one out and do the 2.5. So I've rewired this in, as you can see there, knocked out the section at the back, and then this is going to sit in here, in this little recess. And then we've also got, let's see if I can find them, 12 volt. So these are fast charging 12 volt ones, and one of those is going up in here as well, so we just have to cut that part out and then finish wiring this one up as well. So that basically means that in this section here we'll have 240 volt and also 12 volt, so we've got a choice depending on where we are. And Mark is currently putting up the rest of the battens, so that we can start cladding as well, which is very exciting. So I've wired in this socket, and this has the first wire, which is to the socket that I showed you before. So that comes in, and we've got the live going in here, neutral, and the earth is in this top one here. And then we have the second wire, which also has the neutral going to the same spot, the live going to the same spot, and then it has the earth coming out of the bottom. And then that's this second wire here. Then this wire can go into the third socket, and then the third socket will also then link up to an MCB. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm really sorry, the lighting is pants because it's, well, it's raining and we've lost daylight now as well. So and I think that that's what we're just going to have to get used to, because obviously with the summer months coming to an end, we will lose daylight a lot quicker now, which is also part of the reason why we're trying to get on and get a shimmy on, basically. So let's get cracking. So we have put on the consumer unit and put that in place now, and that just means that I'm at the stage of wiring the mains hookup to the consumer unit. So I thought I would share that with you. I haven't got the right tools, shall we say, to strip this thicker wire. My wire strippers, wire cutters, crimpers and all the rest of it will thread much thinner. So with this, it's a lengthy process with these, so you just have to bear with it. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a little bit with regards to this consumer box. I've actually moved it, which had nothing to do with me cutting the wire too short. I'll call it a happy accident because I actually moved it closer to here, but I'll show you. So moved it closer to the mains hookup. So this one's going to come through obviously the side, as you can see. This earth wire then needs to go to the earth bar, so that's going to be in slot number 1 because the neutral is also going to go in slot number 1, and then the live is going to be going in through the top section here. So we've already got the neutral into the RCD, which is this one here, so then the live will come into this one, and then there's a bar that clips into here that connects all of these together. So it takes the live from here and connects them all together. So instead of having to go live wire to live wire, live wire to live wire, live wire to, you use the little bar instead, which I'll show you in a bit. So I'm going to strip all these wires and get them wired up now. Okay, so we've got the live wire now in, the earth wire now also in, and there's the live wire there. So as you can see, as you can see, I've made this the shortest wire coming from the back, and then around, and of course then we'll wire in all of the different circuits as we go. I changed all these to 16 amps I showed you earlier. This one won't get tripped yet. We do need to put the earth on and the earth through to the body of the vehicle as well, so that's also another aspect we need to do. So that's how to wire your main hookup into the consumer unit. It's actually fairly simple when you know how. Sorry, Mark's also doing the cladding, so there's a lot of noise going on in here. We're both doing different jobs right now, but I'm pretty pleased that we changed out the unit for a larger one. I think that will serve us better in the long run. So yeah, continue watching. Please do make sure that you like and subscribe so that you can catch up all the other updates as well as we continue on with our build, and feel free to ask any questions down below. Although I do have to say I am not an expert, I am not an electrician, so please make sure that you're doing your own research. We'll also have ours checked out before we are using everything, just to make doubly sure. So you may be able to hear that it's raining, but this is what we've now discovered. Can you see that it's running all the way down there? Oh, there's just a river. So the seal of the door isn't technically sealed. And then also we've even put a bowl down here. Sorry, the lighting's not so good at this end. We've actually got another leak up here that, because we're on a slope, it's running down and then dripping down from there to here. So that's seals of the doors that we need to fix as well, so that we can make sure it's watertight. So it's like absolutely just pouring a river down the back doors right now. So you can probably hear the rain as I'm having to shout, but this gives you a bit of another indication as to the water leak and what we need to fix. So from here, we've identified a number of places where the water is coming in from here. You can see there's enough here, right? Look, hang on. That's all water in there. There you go. I've just put some gaffer tape on here just to stop the water going in inside these holes. But there's still practically a river that runs down here. Luckily, it goes straight outside. You can see that there's another gap there. So all of these we've we need to fix. And we need to fix those ASAP. Again here, I'm kind of glad now that we decided to do the lino with, or the vinyl I should say, with a lip that goes up, and also the back doors, we had it going down. So hopefully that is just going to stop anything going underneath. I'm soaking wet, sorry. That's because it absolutely peed it down in a short space of time. And there's thunder going on as well. I think it's just stopped. Or a rumble's just stopped, so you might not be able to hear that. Just a few more things to sort out, on top of obviously doing the van build. And we've still got Roo in the van. It's a little bit dark right now. Are you okay, baby Roo? Is it a storm? Yeah? He's like, please help me. So I'm going to give Roo a few cuddles, make him feel a little bit better. And just, yeah, work out what I can do with the door seals and everything else. Thanks for joining us in part 1. Join us in week 8 part 2, where we show you how we have wired up the DC to DC charger, and we talk a little bit more about those leaks. Thanks for joining us. Please do make sure that you like, subscribe, and also leave us a comment. We always love to hear from you, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.